Hi YouTube. In my previous video, we took the motherboard, RAM, CPU, NvMe solid-state drive, and the CPU AIO cooler to a post-test, which was amazingly successful. In this video, we are going to continue our build, adding all said previously into the Crystal 570X case. We will see that I will take my time and figure out how to place the AIO in the best way. Don't forget to like and subscribe. So now I didn't plan this to have white on my motherboard and white in my case. It just happened to be that way. But it looks pretty slick. The input buttons up here, I've got two USB, a microphone, a headphone, lighting controls, because I believe these are RGB on the front, which personally I don't care about, but some people are fascinated by, and a power button. So there's no reset switch on this motherboard. That's my front panel. Oh, not front panel, it's the side panel. Make sure I know where my screws are, so back in here. Are you still recording? I'm still recording. Awesome, let's renew. There we go. This is kind of where I'm working right now. Don't think I need to take off the front panel currently, so I'm going to leave that there. Gonna flip it around and take off the back panel, because building a PC, that's the primary place you work in. It's the back. So this case has two lighting controllers. There's one back here and there's one up here. So, like I mentioned, RGB in the front, though personally I don't care much about that. That box has all the spare parts in it. Screw standoffs and things like that to make sure that you can build your computer appropriately. Okay, and there we go. So, we're going to zoom back in here. Down so I don't scratch the table. Just happened to be the case came with black bag. There we go. That's much better. All right, so we have our case with our power supply, which is awesome. We have our standoffs and our main factory cables. Now, just for the sake of making sense, I like to push these back through because I'm going to run them somewhere else probably anyways. Oh, there's an actual routing area here. So, on the back side, oops, a terrible view, I apologize. On the back side right here, there's actually a cover that makes cable routing a lot easier and more clean. So I'm gonna have to work with that to make sure that it looks best. Now what we want to do is we want to make sure, see if, I'm not sure how much you can see here, but we have some standoffs. There's one here. I can grab it and I can't wiggle it, which is good. This one, this one, this one, this one, and then there's 3 down here as well. Now the reason why you want to double check those is if any of these are not in line with the holes on our motherboard, they can cause a short circuit and the entire computer won't boot. I have had that before, scared the crap out of me, thought I blew a motherboard before anything happened. But over here, we're good to double check. So I'm gonna make sure that we've got 2 nice and close and 1 far away, 2 nice and close and 1 far away. Over here, we've got, again, 2 nice and close and 1 far away, 2 nice and close and 1 far away. Sometimes this hole on the motherboard is actually offset inwards a little bit, so you gotta be careful to double check to make sure that that's in the right position. And then up top, we've kind of got it not necessarily right near the edge, and then 2 nice and close, and that's exactly how it is over here. You can see that on the side here, it's not necessarily right nice and close. It's off just a little bit. Now, there is only 1 hole here. It's probably factory standard, but I like to double check. And then 2 nice and close on the outside. So we have the ability to take our motherboard and put it right into this case without adjusting anything on the inside. Perfect. Now up here you can see we've got 2 screws. These 2 screws, if I can get them off, they're thumb screws. Thumb screws are only supposed to be done tight, but sometimes they're much harder. What we can undo, it's going to pop a plate out. This plate is what we're going to use to mount our radiator tube for our water cooling system. Now, I'm not entirely sure how I'm going to do that just yet, but I do need to figure that out before we can put the motherboard in. But I'm going to pause us right there. Is that going to stay? It's going to stay just like that. Before we put the motherboard in, we need to do one thing. This step I often forget, and that's to put in the cover right here. Now I can't exactly remember what the name of that cover is. Might put that in post-processing. But it is included in your motherboard box for your motherboard specifically, because lots of motherboards have different setups and different parts. So you can see here, I've got mine. I'm gonna open that up. Toss away the garbage, and we need to make sure that we put it in the same way the motherboard is laid out. So my motherboard has the DVI there, the USB-C at the top. So we can see we've got a hole for USB-C, USB 2.0, and DVI. So we're gonna put it in just like this. Oops. And it just snaps into place. Sometimes it takes a little bit of force, but just snaps into place. There we go, that's in. This is going to be tough because I've got 2 pieces to move in all at once. But when we go in, we want to make sure we scoot under with the motherboard like this. Because remember, we have the cover right here, which has some fins on it that we need to go underneath. Temporarily leave that in there like that while I put this in. Okay, let's try putting the CPU cooler in, the radiator in first. Okay, almost. There we go, radiator in. Motherboard in. Too. So now what I like to do, now that I have it in again, is I like to test it again, because because we're in a different environment, I'm going to put the graphics card in. I'm going to actually install the power supply as well. Actually, no, I'm not going to install the power supply. I'm just going to leave it on the outside of the computer. And I'm going to turn it on again, just because we're in a new environment. We need to make sure that it's running properly yet again. That's funny. All right, I pulled out one wrong pin. Or one wrong back plate. My bad. We've got our motherboard in. We've got our power supply in. Excuse me, not power supply. Our RAM in. We've got our radiator in. Where I want it for now. Let's do another test with the power supply. All right, that's 4 and 4. Okay, so same process. Make sure the power supply's off. Make sure our monitor's on. We need to plug back in the monitor because we need to see display. So back into the graphics card, HDMI port, plugged in. Press power here, get lights there. Check that out. And the power switch is the bottom one. All right. We have 2, 4, 5 spinning fans, which is good. Ooh, the graphics card glows. I didn't realize that. So now if we come over here, display. Woo! Okay, we are still good. We haven't broken anything just yet. Fantastic.